Okay, we're good.
Okay, I know that that Charlotte is supposed to be going to be a little bit late for our meeting. So let's see where we are with this. This is welcome to the Judiciary Committee Civil Law and Procedure Subcommittee. It is April the 5th, and we are having a subcommittee meeting on 2 bills. And the first bill that's going through the subcommittee, Holly, what's the bill number on the Armory bill?
327.
That's not the Armory bill. That's the.
No, that's going to be Claire's bill.
Oh, Claire's bill is. Oh, Claire, what's the Armory bill? Maybe not.
It's 342, I believe. SB 342.
Sorry.
Okay, 342. So we're going to start off with 342. I do not believe this is controversial. Is there? We had the hearing on it. I think I was the only person who asked a question on this bill in the hearing. Let me just pull it up. This bill adds conditions precedent for the sale of certain superfluous armories by the Maryland Military Department. It basically allows other agencies to be able to make a bid for the surplus before it goes to other entities outside of the state. Claire, am I correct in that?
Yes, it's just basically a procurement type bill, but I guess they sent it to our committee because it's in the public safety article.
Are there any concerns anybody had from the hearing or from the description? Yes, Delegate Williams.
Not a concern. I just want to make sure if I remember from the hearing, I think they're just trying to codify what it is that they're already doing in practice. Am I correct in that?
That's what they said, and I don't see any reason why it's not. They basically when Armory goes up for, and for example, we have the Pikesville Armory in my district. It went to surplus, and the county had the right of first refusal to purchase it, and they wanted to make sure that the state agencies first have the right, I think, which is what they do, but they want to put it into law. This alters the process for military department to dispose of armories that are superfluous. No fiscal impact, no local impact. Looking at the fiscal note, seeing if there's any.
No. So I move favorable, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor who are permitted to vote, please raise your hand.
Please route your call for scheduling.
And anybody opposed?
As this will
And I'm going to assume that Delegate Jones was a yes. Okay.
Raise her virtual hand.
We are moving on. Very good. The motion passes, and we will move on to Senate Bill 327, the SAFE Act. Again, I don't believe this passed unanimously out of the Senate. I don't believe there's any partisan issues or other concerns. There is an amendment, a technical amendment that needs to be addressed in our subcommittee, which is one of the reasons why Luke wanted to just make sure we vetted it before it went to the full committee. Holly, do you want to pull it up? Or Andrew, do you want to pull it up?
Andrew, you want to just go, since you already have the screen, bring up 327, please, and go to page 10.
Yes.
So 320, for those of you who may not have had a chance to look at this in advance of this morning, you will remember this is basically the SAFE Act is to help stop vulnerable adult exploitation. It's creating a new cause of action, which has been worked on and vetted by all the stakeholders over the last 2 years. It's been worked on very well. There is ascension among all the folks everywhere from the Bankers Association, and we have Mr. Anton on the phone in case there's any questions. To the Maryland State Bar, we have Mr. Davis on the phone if there are any questions. Both the elder care section of the bar and the estates and trust section of the bar and the civil law section of the bar, maybe, all came in and approved this, actually advocated for this legislation. We also have the folks, Joe DeMattis, I don't know if he's on, but the people from the elder care community and the folks from the American, help me out here. What's the Older Adult Association?
CLP.
Thank you. So all came in favor of the bill. Mr. Davis, I do want to thank you for the testimony you sent in, which was very comprehensive for all of us. And I would suggest that if there's one piece of testimony to read, if you want to get up on this, it would be that piece that he wrote for the House hearing, which really goes through the whole thing. I will bring us to particularly one specific part of the legislation, of the testimony, which is on page.
It's up. It's on page 10, 13606.
Right.
Subsection B.
Okay. So on the testimony of Mr. Davis in getting everybody to assent to the legislation, on page 3 of his 4-page document, number 1, he says punitive damages. This was removed in the Senate by request of counsel for the Department of Aging because it wasn't needed with treble damages already included. However, the amendment in the Senate actually mistakenly removed the treble damages as well. And that was not the intent of the drafter, of the sponsor, and of the advocates. So it is going to be my motion that we put back in lines 25 through 28, which are the treble damages clause.
Second.
All right, are there any questions about that amendment? All those in favor of that amendment, raise your hand. Is there anybody opposed? Very good. So that amendment passes. Now, is there any other discussion on the legislation? Yes, Delegate Cox.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So why is this not also allowing retrospective, a look back for maybe the last 3 years or something? It says it may only be construed to be prospective.
So I'll give, so I think that Mr. Davis, if you want to chime in, that's fine, but you know, we are creating a new cause of action. So somebody who committed an act would have no notice that that act was illegal at the time that they committed it. That would be, I would assume that would be the answer. But Mr. Davis, you want to?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I think that's absolutely correct. Obviously, Legislative Services put that provision in for that very reason, that it has to be prospective in nature. That being said, if there was financial exploitation in the past, that doesn't free a person. They're still subject to the rules. We may not be able to get treble damages, but we can certainly sue the individual to get recovery of the loss. So this doesn't do away with existing law. This is additive for going forward. And so as we go forward, we'll be able to have a greater access to damages.
So I apologize. I got kicked off right as you began to talk, Mr. Chair. So I missed the first part of it. And I guess the broader concern I have is I'm aware of individuals who are still suffering financially from a pattern of conduct that occurred within the last 3 years. And I just wonder if there would be any relief under this act.
I think the way I would answer that, Delegate Cox, is that although this bill seems to create new law, it really is a restatement of the existing law in Maryland. We've just taken all the common law and put it and evolved it into the statute so that it really just restates what's already there. The addition to the law why it's prospective in nature as far as damages is concerned, is that we never had trouble damages. So we still can go after the assets. We still can make the person whole, but we may not be able to have access to the treble damages based on.
So in your opinion, this does not do away with the common law 3-year rule?
No.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. Is there a motion on the bill as amended?
Move favorable.
Second.
Second? Anybody?
Second.
Delegate?
Got seconded.
Very good. All those in favor of the bill as amended, raise your hands. Is there anybody opposed? Very good. Oh, but Delegate Malone, are you opposed or were you in favor? You're in favor. Okay. Very good. And that is all for the Civil Law Subcommittee. Thank you all very much. Any other questions or comments for the good before we adjourn?
Everybody be safe.
Holly, can you just what time are we voting in committee?
3 o'clock.
3
Back
o'clock,
room is at
everybody.
2:30, I think now. It's been rescheduled.
We have 2:30. What?
2:30?
Back room, Delegate Cardin.
Subcommittee chair is at 2:30. Okay,
Mhm.
very good.